either 0 comma 1 means what? Let us establish the 3 by 3 determinant means 9 elements which contains 9 elements with only 2 digits 0 comma 1, then or so that this determinant value is the greatest. So 1 minute, let us take one determinant. So the shortcut is in PD elements, if we are putting the least number out of the given numbers or digits, mind it, we are given only 0 or 1. Out of these two elements, which one is least number? 0. Fill the least number in principal diagonal. Remaining 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Then it will take maximum value. So maximum of delta is equal to this determinant, means 0 into something, next minus 1 into delete second column and first row. 1 into 0, 0 minus 1, 0 minus 1, next plus 1 into 1 minus 0. So that is equal to 0 plus 1 plus 1, that is equal to 2. Therefore, if we are inserting or putting least numbers in principal diagonal, then only the determinant will take the maximum value or greatest value. Hence the problem 2 means second option is right. Over. If alpha, next question, if alpha is the repeated root of a quadratic equation f of x equals to 0. Repeated means definitely f of x is x minus alpha whole square. For repeated root, we root square. Alpha is the root. Okay. So therefore, if alpha is the repeated root of the quadratic equation f of x equal to 0, then f of x is equal to, say like that, x minus alpha whole square. Okay, 1 minute. A of x, A, B, C are polynomials of degree 3, 4, 5. Means the degree of A is 3, the degree of B is 4, the degree of C is equal to 5. So for our convenient, for shortcut I am taking A of x equal to just x cubed and capital B of x equal to just x to the power of 4, because it is also a polynomial of degree 3. It is the polynomial of degree 4. Next, capital C of x equal to x to the power of 5. Now the question is phi of x is equal to so phi of x equal to determinant of what is A of x? X cubed. What is B of x? X to the power of 4. X to the power of 4. This is x to the power of 5. A of alpha means alpha cubed. Next, alpha to the power of 4. Alpha to the power of 4. Alpha to the power of 5. Next, A dash means what? Here, A dash of x means first derivative. Differentiation of x cubed is 3x square. Next, its derivative b dash of x equal to 4x cubed and c dash of x is equal to 5x to the power of 4, because d by dx of x to the power of n is equal to, it is a small formula, it is in 11th standard, n into x to the power of n minus 1. Using this formula, we wrote a dash of x, b dash of x, c dash of x. Let us substitute a dash of alpha. A dash of x equal to 3x square. A dash of alpha is equal to 3 alpha square. This is 3 alpha square. This is 4 alpha cubed. This is 5 alpha to the power of 4. Okay, let us simplify this. Okay, from the properties of the determinants, we can take x cubed common from R1. So, okay, x cubed. Then, inside of the determinant, it is 1. Next, x square. Next, From R2, alpha cubed is the common factor. So this is 1 alpha square. Next, alpha square is common from R3. Next 3, next 4 alpha, 5 alpha square, 5 alpha square here. So that is equal to, so phi of x is equal to x cubed into alpha square, alpha to the power of 5. Next, later we can perform R2 minus R1, or we can expand directly the determinant. So I wish to expand directly the determinant because in the examination hall it is better to not waste the time by using the performance or for the performance of elementary transformations. Okay, so bracket begin 1 into AD minus BC, 5 alpha cubed minus this one 4 alpha cubed, next minus x into delete its row and column, this one 5 alpha square minus 3 alpha square, next plus x square into 4 alpha minus 3 alpha, so bracket close. So once again I am telling that actually in the procedure we have to perform or we have to perform R2 minus R1 to get the 0 here. So in the examination hall you please don't waste the time, that's why open directly. So therefore that is x cubed into alpha to the power of 5 alpha cubed minus 4 alpha cubed, 1 alpha cubed, minus x into 5 alpha square minus 3 alpha square, 2 alpha square. Next, this is what 4 alpha minus 3 alpha, this is alpha x square. So that is equal to x cubed into alpha to the power of 5. Again we can take the common alpha in this bracket, alpha into alpha square minus 2x alpha plus x square. So that is equal to x cubed into alpha to the power of 6 into, it is x square minus 2x alpha plus alpha square. So that is equal to x cubed into alpha to the power of 6 into, clearly we will see that it is in the form of x minus y whole square. So it is x minus alpha whole square. So therefore phi of x is equal to x cubed into alpha to the power of 6 into x minus alpha whole square. Clearly we see that x minus alpha whole square is the factor of phi of x. So therefore clearly phi of x is divisible by x minus alpha whole square. But x minus alpha whole square is what? F of x. Therefore phi of x is divisible by f of x. Divisible by f of x. Hence the problem. So which option is right? This determinant which contains the polynomials is equal to, it is a polynomial in terms of x, a0 a1x plus a2x square plus a3x cubed plus and so on like that. Okay. What is the question? Find a1. A1 means here x quotient. So it is enough to find the x quotient in this determinant. So two procedures are there, namely number one, we can open this determinant directly. and compare with the polynomial, the given polynomial, and find out the x coefficient. Means compare the x coefficient on both sides. By comparing the x coefficient on both sides, we are getting a1. This is the first method. Second method, we want x coefficient. That's why first we will do the differentiation with respect to x on both sides. Here we are learning how to differentiate with respect to x the determinant. Listen, for example, differentiate with respect to x on both sides. Okay, so here we are learning how to differentiate the determinant. First, R1, R2, R3, three rows are there. First, to differentiate R1 with respect to x. In such a case, keep fixed or constant the R2 and R3 elements. Means that determinant of R1 differentiation, d by dx of 1 plus x, d by dx of 1 0, d by dx of x 1, 0 plus 1 1. Okay. Next, d by dx of d by dx of 1 plus x whole square. Already I said in 11th standard, d by dx of standard formula x power n equal to n into x power n minus 1, and d by dx of something f of x, any function instead of x, whole power n equal to n into f of x whole to the power of n minus 1 into f dash of x. Please make a note these two formulae in your notes. Okay. Next, here d by dx of something f of x whole power n, that is equal to n into 1 plus f of x whole power 2 minus 1 into d by dx of 1 plus x. So that is equal to into 1 plus x 2 minus 1 1, d by dx of 1 0, d by dx of x 1, 0 plus 1 1 into 1, that is equal to into 1 plus x. So its differentiation is 2 into 1 plus x. Okay. Similarly, this differentiation d by dx of next d by dx of dy dx of 1 plus x whole cubed. Shall I do directly? Okay. Using this formula, n into 1 plus x whole power 3 minus 1 2, d by dx of again 1 plus x 1. So that is equal to 3 into 1 plus x whole square. This is 3 into 1 plus x whole square. Okay. It is the differentiation of R1 means R1 dash. What about R2 and R3? Keep the same. 1 plus x whole to the power of 4, 1 plus x whole to the power of 5, 1 plus x whole to the power of 6, 1 plus x whole to the power of 7, 1 plus x whole to the power of 8, 1 plus x whole to the power of 9. Okay. This is the first stage. Plus. Now this time differentiate R2 dash. Here R1 dash. Here R2 dash. R2 means differentiation. Shall I write directly once again? Okay. 1 plus x whole to the power of 4 differentiation. 4 into 1 plus x whole cubed by using this formula. Already I said the formula. Next, this is what? What is its differentiation? Tell me. 5 into 1 plus x whole to the power of 4. 1 plus x whole to the power of 4. Now tell me the differentiation of this function. 1 plus x whole to f of x whole power n model. So 6 into 1 plus x whole to the power of 5. So this is the differentiation of R2 elements. You can ask me, sir, what about R1, R3? Keep the same. Don't differentiate. So R1, 1 plus x. 1 plus x whole square. Next, 1 plus x whole cubed. Right? R3, 1 plus x whole power 7. 1 plus x whole power 8. 1 plus x whole to the power of 9. Okay. First time R1, differentiation of R1, R2, R3 same. Second time differentiation of R2, R1, R3 same. Next time plus R3 dash means differentiate R3. What about differentiate R3? What about R1, R2? R1, R2 keep the same. So differentiation of R3, differentiation of 1 plus x whole power 7. So 7, 1 plus x whole power 6. Next 8, 1 plus x whole power 7. Next 9, 1 plus x whole power 8. Next, what about remaining? Same. R2, same. R2, same. Don't differentiate because already we differentiated R3 elements. R1, same. 1 plus x. 1 plus x square. 1 plus x whole cube. So, this is the process of finding the derivative of the determinant. Once again, I wish to explain the process. Listen, total, this given determinant contains 3 rows. For example, R1, R2, R3. First, differentiate R1. Simultaneously, R2, R3, fixed, standard, same, keep the same. Next time, R2, differentiate R2 elements. That time, in the same case, R1, R3, same. Next, plus, this time, R3, differentiate R3 elements. In this case, R1, R2, the same, like that. R1 dash, R2 plus R2 dash, plus R3 dash. Here, R2 and R3, same. Here, R1 and R3, same. Here, R1, R2, same. Okay. This is called differentiation of 3 by 3 determinant. Okay. We are doing the differentiation with respect to x on both sides. This is one side over. Next is equal to d by dx of constant 0. Next plus d by dx of a1x a1 because a1 into look at the board, a1 into d by dx of x1, a1 into 1 a1. Next, this is what a2 plus a2 into 2x plus a3 into 3x square plus and so on, just like that. Okay. What is the question? Find a1. In RHS side, a1 is the constant. So, we don't want the other quotients. That's why we wish to put x equal to 0 on throughout the equation or both sides. So, therefore, put x equal to 0 for a1 on both sides, on both sides. Okay, you come here, look at the board. Therefore determinant of 1 x is 0, 1 plus 0 1 power 4 1 next 2 1 next 3 next 1 plus determinant of here 1 4 1 5, next 1, next 1, 6, next 1, plus determinant of 1, x0, we are putting x equal to 0, 1, 7, next 1, next 1, 8, next 1, next 1, next 9. That is equal to A1, 0 plus A1 plus x0, 0 into any finite value, 0 into any finite value, 0 plus 0 and so on. So it remains only A1. So by adding these three determinants, we are getting A1 value. 1 minute. So that implies here R2, R3 same. R2 elements, R3 elements same. So therefore its value is equal to 0. Next R1, R3 same, plus its determinant 0. Next plus it is also 0. So that is equals to A1. Therefore A1 value is equal to 0. Means on expanding this determinant, we are not having the x quotient. This is the meaning of the given question. So where is that? Third option is right. Hence the problem. Let capital A is 3 by 3 matrix and 10b equal to 3 by 3 matrix. Main one condition is given, B is the inverse of capital A. Then find alpha. So B is the inverse of A. So that implies capital B equal to A inverse formula adjoint A by det A. So that implies capital B is equal to adjoint A by, at your home you can find this determinant value. Means determinant value, determinant of 1 minus 1, 1, 2, 1 minus 3, 1, 1, 1. You can calculate, it is 10. So this is 10. So cross multiplication 10b equal to adjoint of A. So applying det on both sides, 10b determinant equal to determinant of adjoint A. Already I said one formula. If capital A is n by n matrix, then adjoint determinant of adjoint A equal to det A whole to the power of n minus 1. Next here capital A is 3 by 3 matrix. Therefore put n equal to 3. Then determinant of 10b means determinant of 10b is 4, 2, 2, minus 5, 0, alpha, 1, minus 2, 3. That is equal to det A whole square. That is equal to det A value 10. 10 whole square. 10 whole square. That is equal to 100. Therefore, this determinant equal to 100. And you can open this determinant at your home and clearly we are getting alpha equal to 5. That is fourth option is right. Next question. Capital A is an involuntary matrix and a capital A is given. Then the inverse of A by 2. Actually, first formula, K into A whole inverse is equal to 1 by K into A inverse. Remember, transpose of this matrix is different. That is K into A whole transpose is equal to only K into A transpose. Remember. This is different, this is different. Okay, next. Here, capital A is an involuntary matrix. Involuntary matrix means, already I said the definition of involuntary matrix. Let capital A be the square matrix and if A square is equals to I, then capital A is called involutory matrix. This is the definition. Okay. So that implies A square means A into A, that is equal to I. Just to take the left multiplication with A inverse on those sides, that is equal to A inverse into I. So that implies it can be A inverse into A into capital A, that is equal to A inverse. Means I into any matrix is the same. Next, the bracket can be changeable. It is just like that due to associative property with respect to multiplication in matrices. Okay. A inverse into A means I. A equal to A inverse. That implies I into A equal to A inverse. So therefore, already I said one definition for involutory matrix. So we can change the definition like that. Let capital A be the square matrix, and if A equal to A inverse, then A is called involutory matrix. You please make a note in your notes. Okay, 1 minute. Definition. Let capital A be the square matrix, and if A inverse equal to A, then A is called involutory matrix. So we can change the definition like that. Of course, already I said if A square equal to A, then A is called involutory matrix. So we can make another definition for involutory matrix. Okay. So according to this definition, we are having A inverse equal to A. Now the question is equal to inverse of A by 2, means 1 by 2 into A whole inverse, that is equal to, it is in the form of K into A whole inverse. K value 1 by 2. So 2A inverse, that is equal to into, but A inverse equal to A. So 2A answer. There is the 2A